Alright, yes, Assalamu alaikum everybody. How are you all? I hope that you all are doing well. Welcome or welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am making the video after a quite long time, a guidance video after a quite long time I can say, क्योंकि मैं ऑलरेडी बहुत सारा कंटेंट अपने चैनल पे अपलोड कर चुकी हूँ. आई हैव अपलोडेड द टॉपिकल पास पेपर्स ऑफ वेरियस चैप्टर्स. थोड़े से ही चैप्टर्स रह गए एंड आई अपलोडेड ईयरली पास पेपर्स ऑफ पेपर 1, पेपर 2. आप लोग वो जाके भी चेकआउट कर सकते हैं. And a lot of the syllabus content I have uploaded on my channel as well. So I have got a request from many of the students asking me that what is the best way or how to prepare basically for your ALevel biology 9700 paper 2. So I thought कि आज मेरे पास time भी है, so why not come up with a video for you guys that how to prepare for your ALevel biology 9700 paper 2. पेपर 2 जो है आपका एक बहुत ही हैवी मार्क पेपर होता है और इसका आपके एग्ज़ाम पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से बहुत ज़्यादा वेटेज होता है फॉर द ओरिजिनल ग्रेड यू आर गोइंग टू गेट. इसका वेटेज जो है वो बहुत ज़्यादा होता है. आई बिलीव इट इज़ गोइंग टू काउंट अबाउट, so over here it is going to count about 46% of the ALevel grade you are going to have and 23% of the ALevel grade you are going to have. तो अगर आप generally in your AS you just give paper 1, paper 2 and paper 3. So out of all of these three, if you see, so in all of these three it is having the highest weightage. Like paper 1 is having 31%. The paper 2 is having 46% and paper 3 is having 23% of the ALevel grade you are going to get. So over here you guys can see that paper 2 is having the highest percentage of the grade you will get. So doing paper 2 and mastering paper 2 is very much necessary to uplift your grade in ALevel biology. The first point over here for your preparation, to start your preparation for paper 2, you must know the paper pattern for the paper 2. That what is the paper pattern for the paper 2, how much marks do in total. So if I tell you about paper 2, so paper 2 is a structured written paper, means that it is going to have a question and answer form in a form of a theory, right? A question will be given to you and few lines will be given to you and you have to write the answers in those few lines. If I tell you the total marks of the paper, so the total mark of the paper is 60 marks and this paper is of 1 hour and 15 minutes. And believe me, 1 hour 15 minutes is a very short span of time और ये आपका टाइम बहुत जल्दी गुजर जाता है, आप लोगों को बिल्कुल भी पता नहीं चलता. अच्छा, इसमें एक और चीज़ मैं आप लोगों को बताऊँ, मैक्सिमम जो मैंने क्वेश्चंस देखे हैं दे आर मैक्सिमम ऑफ 4 मार्क और मैक्सिमम ऑफ 5 मार्क्स, राइट. 6 मार्क्स के मैंने बहुत कम, देयर आर वेरी फ्यू क्वेश्चंस आई हैव सीन दैट आर ऑफ 6 मार्क्स. मैक्सिमम 5 to 4 मार्क्स के क्वेश्चंस होते हैं. लाइक दे आर नॉट दैट मच थ्योरेटिकल, आपकी एनालिटिकल क्रिटिकल थिंकिंग मोस्टली टेस्ट हो रही होती है इन सब में, राइट. अच्छा, यहाँ पे देयर आर नो MCQs. ऑब्वियसली वी नो दैट MCQs हमारे पास पेपर 1 में होते हैं सिर्फ. दे आर ओनली शॉर्ट एंड द लॉन्ग स्ट्रक्चर्ड क्वेश्चंस. लॉन्ग स्ट्रक्चर इतने भी ज़्यादा लॉन्ग नहीं होते, बस दे आर just requiring you the knowledge and they are just requiring you the exact details of 4 to 5 marks बस. इसके अलावा जो है यहाँ पे focus is on the knowledge and understanding of the syllabus content, obviously because it is a theory paper, so they are going to test your knowledge and understanding on the various aspects of the syllabus they have provided you. Now let's come to the study strategies, the actual tips on how to ace and how to prepare for your ALevel biology 9700 paper 2. So when you are preparing for your paper 2, first of all, first advice from my side would be that you should master the definitions. Now what does it mean by mastering the definition? Mastering the definition means that you just don't have to memorize the definitions. What you have to do is actually that you have to understand what does the terms actually mean. Once you understand what does the term actually means, then you are going to apply it in different contexts. Obviously they are going to give you certain situations and then they are going to ask you the definitions in that certain context, but it will be very clear in the question that they are asking you for the definitions. Definitions in ALevel biology is maximum of 1 to 2 marks, not more than that, and Using the exact scientific terminology, scientific wordings over here can easily help you secure marks. For example, if there is osmosis, you can use the words like water potential, right? And the active transport, you can use the words like against the concentration gradient. Like these scientific terms, these specific terminologies, you can say, you can use in order to secure full marks in definition. Definition questions are mark scoring questions, and the definition questions can easily guarantee you the marks, right? You can secure your marks in these type of questions. So what I would suggest you guys is that you should practice writing those definitions and in your own words. First write those definitions in your own word, and then you have to refine them using the marking scheme, right? So this is tip number 1 from my side. Now if you guys have started solving paper 2, the topical paper 2, then you must have noticed that in certain questions the examiner has asked the students to label or draw certain organelles, especially in the chapter 1. The topical past papers of chapter 1 usually ask us to label and draw certain organelles. For example, mitochondria, they ask us to label the mitochondria, to locate the mitochondria in the cell and to label it, and then chloroplast, root hair cells, blood vessels, right? We are expected to draw certain blood vessels, for example the arteries, the cross section of the arteries and veins, right? So they often ask us to label and draw certain organelles in a cell or the artery or the cross section of the arteries, veins. So you should practice labeling and drawing of those certain organelles and certain structures in our body that are present in your syllabus as well, right? And when you are doing your lectures, so certainly teachers आप लोगों को ज़रूर बताते हैं that these diagrams are very much important. And also जब आप past papers, when you guys are solving the past papers, then also you can understand with your own general knowledge that yes, this is important, this diagram is important. So accurate neat diagrams will with the labels can earn you easy marks, राइट? क्योंकि ऑर्गेनाइज हम लोग ऑब्वियसली चैप्टर 1 हम लोग बहुत डिटेल में पढ़ते हैं. सो it is easy for you to identify certain organelles, so it would be easy mark gaining question for you as well, where the examiner is going to ask you to label and draw certain organelles, right? Now the next important thing we are having with us is that use the past papers, whether be it the topical past papers or be it the yearly past paper, they both are a very most important tool for the A-star preparation for your exams. Now because when you are studying the whole year, you are advised to use the topical paper too, where each question is arranged under the topical chapters. Now what is the benefit of using the topical past papers? The benefit of using the topical past papers is that these topical past papers help you to master one chapter at a time. For example, if there is this chapter for the enzymes that you studied in the class, now when you will go home, you will open the topical past papers of paper 2 for the enzymes, and it will help you to know that what sort of the questions the examiner is testing you from this particular chapter of enzymes, right? You will get to know that what sort of questions are coming in the exam, what are the most frequently asked questions, and which concepts you have to focus more on. So you will be getting this idea by solving the topical past papers, right? Now if I talk about the yearly past papers, so yearly past papers are advised to be solved once your whole syllabus has been completed. I would also suggest you that once your syllabus has been completed, then you go on to solve the yearly past papers. Now what does the yearly past papers help you to do? The yearly past papers help you to build the exam timing. For example, it helps you to manage the time management, right? It helps you build your time management technique, that how you have to manage your time during your exams. It helps you to build your stamina for the full yearly past papers, like you have to solve the full yearly past paper in 1 hour and 15 minutes. So you should be very much ready for all of this as well. Now whether be it the yearly past papers, be it the topical past papers, solving the past papers will basically help you to understand the question patterns, that by which pattern the questions are coming. You are going to master the command words from there as well. You are going to see that how the examiner is asking the question. And believe me, when you are going to solve 5 to 6 yearly past papers, you are more guaranteed to find the pattern of how the yearly past papers thing work, right? And what the examiners expect you to know. With the help of the marking scheme, you can know that. So in short, solving the past papers is very much important. Mind it that your preparation is incomplete without solving the past papers. So past papers are a must to do. Next up, for the strategy, we are having that learn the marking scheme language. Now what does it mean by learning the marking scheme language? Once you do any question, I would really advise you guys, while solving the topical past papers of paper 2, once you do a question and you write your answers in your own word, do check it out with the marking scheme and do grade yourself that how much marks you are getting on the answer which you have written, and underline those specific key terminologies that are being used in the marking scheme where you are being awarded with the marks, right? With this, what is going to happen, that when you are going to do this repeatedly, then you will have a very good command over the specific keywords that the examiner is looking for in the answer. Usually a lot of questions are of the same type, like the answer would have been the same, but the questions may differ, but the answers most of the time would remain the same. So you should know about the specific keywords the examiner is looking for, and you can get to those keywords by mastering the marking scheme, by looking at the marking scheme, by checking your answers frequently with the marking scheme. So my advice is to you that whenever you solve a question, do compare your answers with the marking scheme, because if you are solving the questions and you are not comparing your answers with the marking scheme, then it is of no use. Why? Because learning the marking scheme language is very much important, so that you may know that on which points you are getting the marks and on which point you are not getting the marks, right? And this, what does it helps you to do? It helps you to learn how to write the answers exactly right, like the Cambridge expects you to write. And this comes with the practice. The more you are going to practice for the questions, and the more you are going to compare your answers with the marking scheme, you are going to master the art of writing the answers which the examiner wants you to. Now my next advice to you guys over here would be that you guys have to master the command words. Now what does mastering command words means? It means that you have to know that what they mean. If I refer you to a question paper over here which I was solving with one of the students. Now if you see over here, you can identify the command words like state with reference to the table 1.1, suggest, like these are the command words, explain, these are the command words over here. Similarly, if I take you to another paper over here, so over here also you can see the command words like suggest. These suggestive questions are also a type of the questions that are asked in your paper. Then you have to name, right? You just simply have to write the name over here. Then you have to describe, like these are the command words. Now what are the most common command words that are being asked in your paper or that are being used in your question paper by the examiner? That is state. Now state or write, just a short answer or a single one word answer or a one sentence answer is needed by the examiner when they use the word state. They want you to write a short answer, a one word answer or a one line answer when they use the keyword state. Similarly, if they use the keyword describe, then you have to describe what you see or what is the whole process over here, right? You have to describe what you see and what is the whole process. So this is what is meant by describe over here. Then if I talk about explain. Now explain is a very detailed question that you have to explain the reason for why something is happening, for why a single, for example, if you say that the molecules are moving out of the cell via the lipid bilayer and they are not using any carrier protein, so you have to tell the reason that why is this so, right? Because they are non-polar, you can say. So this is what the explain keyword is asking you to do in the answer. Then compare, you have to compare the similarities and the differences, like they can ask you to compare between the biological molecule lipids and carbohydrates, right? Lipids and proteins, or most probably a very common question, amylopectin and amylose, which are the component of this charge. You may be asked to compare these two. Then you have seen a lot of questions of suggest. Now suggestive questions are very tricky questions of the paper. They are the most trickiest questions of the paper, and these are the questions that distinguish an A student from an A star student, because over here in these questions the examiner is expecting you to apply the knowledge to a very new situation, a situation which you haven't heard about, right? So they ask you to suggest something related with your knowledge that is already given to you in the syllabus, and they judge your critical and analytical thinking with this question, and they distinguish between an A and an A star student. Usually the suggestive questions are very tricky sort of questions, and I would suggest all of you guys to do, and I suggest not only you guys but also to all of my students, that these questions are very tricky, and I would suggest you to solve it at the end, because it requires a lot of your critical and analytical thinking. I would say that you should spend your time doing all of those theory questions first, and then go on with the suggestive questions. So these are the command words, and you have to master these command words so that you can write your answer appropriately, so that you may know that out of all of the theory you have learned, what is the examiner actually asking, and how you are going to identify what the examiner is actually asking by the help of these keywords or the command words. Right, I hope that it is clear. If you guys have any confusion regarding anything, any point, you can ask it in the comment section below, or you can also contact us through the given WhatsApp number, which I am going to share at the end of this video. If you also want to enroll in the online classes for the ALevel biology, you can also do this by texting us at that given number, which I will provide at the end of the video as well. Also, I'm providing right now 031221929116. Now finally, let's come to the last advice on how to ace your ALevel biology paper 2, and that is by the answering strategy. Now what I would suggest you guys is that you have to read the entire question carefully. Now most of the students don't know that what does it mean by reading the entire question carefully. It means that you have to read the question and you have to underline the keywords alongside it. For example, if this is the question, now you have to identify the keywords and you have to underline or make the boxes out of those keywords which you think are necessary for you to answer the question. And then after doing it, structure your answers using the bullet points whenever you are practicing, right? अगर आप practice कर रहे हैं तो structure your answers using bullet point, but in the exam it is suggested that you should write your answer in the paragraph form. And be confident about your answers. Don't worry, if अगर आपने practice बहुत अच्छी की हुई है, if you have worked hard, then you're going to write a good answer. Okay? Before writing the answer, also what you can do is that you can make a short plan beside the paper, right? Over here you can write with a very light pencil that what are the points you are going to be adding in the answer, and then you can sequence those points 1, 2, 3, 4, so that your answer may become more structured, right? So these were some of the advices on how to ace your ALevel biology paper 2. I hope that they would be helpful to you guys. These advices are purely from my experience, and experience is saying itself. So yeah, also if I take you to the tour of my channel, so this is my channel Biology by HR, and if you come over here to the playlist section, so in the playlist section you are going to find a lot of yearly solved past papers. Like for example, this is the full playlist of the ALevel biology paper 2 which are solved. You can find all of the yearly past papers that have been solved up till now. Also it has a few papers missing. I'm going to update it very soon as well. Also you guys can find the AS level topical paper 1 MCQs playlist over here, where I have covered various chapters. Almost most of the chapters are done. Also you can check out this AS level biology yearly paper 1 solved. I have solved a lot of AS level biology 9700 yearly past papers. You can check these yearly past papers out for your practice as well. However, as this video is about paper 2, so you can check out this paper 2 yearly past papers playlist, और यहाँ पे आप लोगों को you can find various years for the topical past papers of for the yearly past papers of paper 2. If you have any confusion in any of the MCQ or the theory question, feel free to reach to us by this given WhatsApp number. This is the WhatsApp number with which you can contact us and our team. Also, I am also starting some online classes for the AS Level Biology 9700, and if you want to enroll in these online classes, you can contact at this given WhatsApp number. Also, there is a WhatsApp link you can find in the description of our channel as well, that is going to redirect you to our given WhatsApp chat as well. Alright, so that was it for today's video about how to ace AS level biology 9700 paper 2. I really hope that you found this video helpful, and if you guys did, do remember me in your prayers. Take care. Allah Hafiz everyone. Best of luck from my side for your upcoming examinations.